This is Cutting Down the Nets. This is March. February is over. And I'm glad because it wasn't a great month for me. But when your bad month is still profitable, you love to see it. So it's been a good year. Let's get right on to our first March slate. Um, Once again, all the information in the description of this video. This spreadsheet's in the description of this video, but basically how I operate is Paddy is my efficiency model. It weights recent games very heavily, and anytime Paddy shows value between that and the actual point spread, I tally those up off to the right. Anything around a possession I consider, and then I dig in a little deeper and make a decision. So this first game got kind of close. Um, Paddy favoring the Wisconsin side. Both teams have shown defense concerns on the interior, and Purdue's elite there, so that gives me a little pause from a matchup standpoint. So it's thin, not much there. Florida Vanderbilt, close to a Vanderbilt play, but I think Castleton is changing things. Having him back has really helped Florida, although I think Florida's kind of shot out of their mind a little bit. Applebee's been just making a lot of off-balance, deep three-pointers. Vandy will need to hit jumpers here with Castleton kind of controlling the paint, and Vandy settles for jump shots a lot. Hey, they're good at it, but some risks there and not showing as enough value for me. Dayton Richmond, this is a tough one. So Dayton coming off the big loss, so situationally should be hyper-focused, but they do have some turnover concerns here, but a big rebounding edge. The story of the last game, although they led by 17 in the second half and lost the game, is Tumani Kamara missed the game for Dayton. It's being described as a lower body injury, and Anthony Grant did not comment on his status. Here's the deal. When I look at Torvik and KenPom lines, what they are, and having Richmond favored by 2.5 tells me that this line assumes Kamara is not playing. So when that's confirmed, sometimes there's another bump where people think it's like new news. But if he plays, one, that's good for betting the Dayton side, but two, you'll also get plenty of closing line value there. I have no idea if he plays, and I don't think anyone does quite yet. Key to the game for me is Richmond will settle for jump shots. Unfortunately, they shoot a lot of three-pointers, but Dayton can limit that a bit. So they need to run them off the three-point line, continue to protect the interior, and force Richmond into the mid-range, which they will oblige. They do that a little too much, in my opinion. So Kamara missing sucks, but we've got quite a buffer here, and the line certainly reflects him missing the game, if that helps. West Virginia, Oklahoma, it's thin. Two recent outliers on the Oklahoma side make this appear more attractive. That's probably closer to like a 3.5 or 4 on the Paddy side if you massage those a little bit, which I will do for March Madness, but not daily during a college basketball season with 5,000 games. Providence, Villanova. Look, Providence can be really good and have good luck in late game variance. Both can be true, but people seem to think only one of those can be true. Shot quality does favor Villanova here. Look, I think Villanova wins this game, but the hate for Providence is getting pretty strong. So if we got above double digits, I'm intrigued. But certainly paths to Villanova with a big home win. No value in the Bonnie versus VCU game, but do note that Vince Williams injured his ankle on Saturday. He did practice on Monday, but key player to that team, just FYI. Cincinnati, Houston, a little too big a number for me to lay, but this shows how good Houston is. I mean, Cincinnati's a 17-win team. A decent analytic profile, and Houston laying double digits yet again. I mean, if this was a neutral court, it'd still be 12. Paddy would have it by 15, 16 points. It's crazy to think about. So don't forget about the Cougars come March. Ohio, Bowling Green. This is 100% data play. There's some pieces of the matchup that worry me. Ultimately, it's going to come down to Ohio not making a lot of threes. They're going to shoot a lot of threes. Bowling Green's defense has been trash. Ohio's defense has been trash. purely a data play. Paddy says 4.3, shot quality says 4.3, and we're getting 8.5. So hopefully it's enough. But yeah, I mean, no bets are easy. Louisville, Virginia Tech, I certainly favor the Virginia Tech side. Shot quality says 16, Paddy says 12.5, but laying 10.5 here in a slow-paced game isn't ideal, but if the number came down a bit, I might have an interest there. Dark orange means shot quality and Paddy disagree, and that likely indicates regression or some luck on the recent efficiency side, so I will pass on that game. I do favor the Kent State side of this Northern Illinois game if I could get anything close to the KenPom number, but books are sharp, making it 8.5 instead of the analytical 6, which I was hoping for. Dark orange, Western Michigan, Eastern Michigan, similar story to the last game that Paddy and shot quality disagreed. Santa Barbara off 2 straight overtime games. I do favor that side, but this is a lot of points. It certainly won't be fast-paced, and it's thin to begin with at only 3 points, so it's iffy. Uipui at Oakland. Look, it favors the Uipui side mainly because of Oakland's recent defensive performances, but I think the 6-man crew of Uipui seizes the opportunity to just be done with this season and bows out of conference tournament. Normally don't do this, but I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm convinced. North Alabama at Florida Gulf Coast. There are a lot of edges here for Gulf Coast. They should control the pace. They do have some turnover concerns, but everything looks good. I'm expecting about 50% of their shots to be like point blank at the rim. So I kind of like it. Shot quality and Torvik and KenPom are all kind of aligned with this point spread. And I'm not showing tons of value here. They did blow them out in their only meeting this year. I'm not factoring that in. It's just I like the matchup. I like the shot selection projection here. And yeah, tough to lay double digits, but we're going to do it. Stetson, Central Arkansas. Again, just too much disparity between shot quality and Paddy. So that leaves me with a pool right now of Bowling Green plus 8.5, Dayton plus 2.5, and Florida Gulf Coast minus 10. This is March. I wish you all the best of luck. Something you need to understand when you bet every single day, and there's all these games to handicap, and you only have a few hours to do it because you got a family, got young kids, got a career. Come March Madness, I mean, it's basically an exercise of if you had to bet this game, what are you doing? Because I take the approach of like, you got to bet this game. I bet like every game. I go to Las Vegas. So, look, some of these that I'm sitting out would not be sit outs in March Madness. So, get ready for a high volume party if you're interested. This is Cutting Down the Nets. This is March.